I think the greatest surprise for me in my journey in ethics and in human rights has been my own limitations. My own culturally induced views of what the world was like. And fortunately, I have been blessed with the opportunity to work in sub-Saharan Africa, to work in Latin America, to work now more recently in Japan, in Asia, and to visit and to work with colleagues, nursing colleagues, midwifery colleagues, physician colleagues, ministries of health, etc., to come to realize that my colleagues in resource-poor nations are not disadvantaged when it comes to brain power. They're only disadvantaged when it comes to trying to do the impossible with nothing. And so what I had to do is to step back and say, wow, what I can learn from these people who are resource poor, but spiritually and intellectually rich, and more accustomed to doing the impossible with next to nothing than I ever was living in a resource-rich nation. My ongoing challenge is the work in the world with women and human rights. 99% of the world views women and children as discardable, as objects, as people who shouldn't have voices, who should be kept silent, who should be seen and not heard, and how difficult it is throughout the world to change that view. Starting with the women themselves, because very often we contribute to that view. We acquiesce. We try not to rock the boat, and yet, from a moral perspective, I want to be treated as a human being. And if I want to be treated as a human being, and as I teach my students the same, if you want to be treated as a human being with full human rights, then you have to demand those rights, and you have to act as if you deserve those rights. One of the greatest things that has to happen in our system is for individuals, person by person, taking responsibility for what it means to truly care about another person. Not for them, about them. You can't pay me to care about you. You can't pay me to be compassionate. I have to want to do that. That's what it means to be an ethical being.